Well, coming up on Look Today, crime rates in Saratoga Springs are at a new low. I've got details. And the Capital Region Golf Expo took place this past weekend at the Saratoga City Center. More on that coming up. And Lake George Village reflects on its police consolidation in light of recent Glens Falls news. Well, I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Mindy Preninger. She's from Garnet Hill Lodge, and we talk about the Vitality Weekend retreat, and that's coming up this weekend, April 1st to 3rd. And I also sit down with Pete Pashukas. He's with Saratoga Guitar, and he's here to talk about the upcoming Capital Region Guitar Show event. Plus, we have your weather for the Tri-North Counties, but first, we've got these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, crime rates in Saratoga are at a new low. According to Public Safety Commissioner Kristen Mattison, they are so low that a slight dip in the charts could be read as a big change statistically. Now, burglary is down, catch this, 317%. Robbery is down 43%, and larceny is down 37%. Now, the total number of violent crimes from last year is down from 61 to 51. Well, we spoke to Mayor Joanne Yepsen of Saratoga to talk about the good news.
So I want to congratulate our Commissioner of Public Safety, Chris Mattison, on bringing our crime rates down. And I also want to congratulate our police department. We've got some great management, and the chiefs have done a terrific job of attending to crimes and preventative issues, and they're always there when we need them. So I think, the team has been working great.
Congratulations, Saratoga. In other news, the Capital Region Golf Expo took place at the Saratoga City Center this past weekend. That's a first year in Saratoga. People could try out new golf clubs in an indoor driving range simulator. Try that 3 times. Demonstrations and lessons were offered by local professionals. Now, in addition to all the golf fanfare, participants were even able to meet Dion Lewis of the New England Patriots. He was there on Saturday. Now, we also spoke with Dan Spigner. He's a partner of Northeast Trade Show Promotions.
I think we've got everything. We've got anything for any type of golfer. We've got, like I said, really high-end destinations, and we've got used clubs for sale. You can come in and use the hitting bays. There's all anything for any type of golfer there is.
Well, speaking of golf, switching from news to weather, the weekend brought some warm weather. However, today saw some rainfall. Well-needed rainfall, by the way. For a more detailed look at your weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. Back to the news. Well, I've got some sad news to report. A former Skidmore president was found dead Saturday morning. 80-year-old David Porter went missing Friday night. Now, according to his wife, it was common for him to take nightly walks. After she reported him missing, search teams were brought in and eventually found the body at 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Now, it was in a field west of Birch Run Development. Now, investigations indicate that no foul play was involved. David Porter, by the way, was Skidmore's 5th president. He served from 1987 to 1999. And our thoughts and condolences are with the Porter family. In other news, well, recently, as you know, there's been a lot of debate over police consolidation in Glens Falls. Well, up until recently, Glens Falls Mayor Jack Diamond had been pushing for the Warren County Police Department to take over operations of the Glens Falls City Police. Now, according to him, this would have saved people tax money. Now, many were more concerned about the threat it might have to public safety. And eventually, as you know, the proposal was scrapped. But police consolidation is not a new idea for upstate New York. The Lake George Village Police Department was merged into the Warren County Sheriff's Office in 1988. And at that time, it was only the second time a smaller department had merged into a larger one in New York State. Now, after the merger, the village saved $215,000 in the first year and made investigating crimes more flexible across the boundaries between the village and the rest of the county. Well, up next, I sit down with Mindy Pruninger. Now, she's from Garnet Hill Lodge, and we talk about the Vitality Weekend Retreat, which is coming up April 1st to 3rd. Plus, I also sit down with Pete Pashukas of Saratoga Guitar to talk about the upcoming Guitar Show event. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000.